The start of spooky season is right around the corner, but first, our favorite streaming services need to let go of some titles to make way for new content, and Netflix is no exception. Here are the movies you won't want to miss out on before they leave Netflix in October 2019. The brilliant minds of Steven Spielberg and Stanley Kubrick come together in AI, Artificial Intelligence, the 2001 sci-fi drama Kubrick began developing in the late 1970s, venturing to adapt Brian Aldiss's short story Super Toys Last All Summer Long into a feature film. In 1985, Kubrick teamed with Spielberg to continue crafting the project. When Kubrick handed Spielberg the directorial reins a decade later, he ran away with it. What ended up on the silver screen was the unique story of a childlike robot named David, played by Haley Joel Osment, whose ability to love and abandonment by his adoptive parents set him on a journey to become a real boy. It's one part The Adventures of Pinocchio, one part The Wizard of Oz, and one part exploration of a future post-climate change world. It's also got Jude Law as a male prostitute named Gigolo Joe, so there really isn't anything more you could want from AI.
I've picked up a lot of business on this spot.
With two equally mind-boggling sci-fi horror sequels having come out in the last 3 years, it can be hard to remember where the Cloverfield franchise actually began. It started in 2008, before Dan Trachtenberg pulled a last-minute twist in 10 Cloverfield Lane prior to Netflix's surprise release of the Cloverfield Paradox, with the original found-footage thriller helmed by Matt Reeves. Cloverfield takes its name from the fictional case in the movie known as Cloverfield, an incident in which an enormous parasitic creature and a horde of smaller monsters run rampant through New York City, killing people and destroying the city. Presented as video clips that members of the U.S. Department of Defense recovered from a camcorder located in what was once Central Park, the film follows a group of friends as they attempt to evade the monsters and make it out of the Big Apple alive. Spoiler alert, not all are successful in that endeavor. Cloverfield will remain on Netflix until October 1st. The stoner movie that might define all stoner movies, Pineapple Express will sadly be leaving Netflix before you know it. Until that time comes, however, squeeze in one more viewing of the buddy action comedy centered on a lazy stoner named Dale, his dazed and confused dealer Saul, and his supplier Red as they flee from hitmen and gangsters after witnessing a drug lord and a crooked police officer kill a man in cold blood. Pineapple Express's silliness is what makes the David Gordon Green directed film so enjoyable, and is made even better by all-in performances from the whole cast, particularly Franco, who nabbed a Golden Globe nomination for his work as Saul, and a wonderfully quotable script from Rogen and his longtime creative partner Evan Goldberg.
Only reason I started selling pot is so I could put my bubby in a nice retirement.
Catch a ride on the Pineapple Express on Netflix until October 1st. For horror lovers, October is the time to catch at least one of the films in the Scream franchise at least once per week. Get a head start on that annual tradition by working backwards with Scream 4, the 2011 franchise closer that takes place during the 15th anniversary of the Woodsboro murders from the original 1996 movie.
What do you think? Well, I guess today is the anniversary. Kids.
Directed by slasher film icon Wes Craven, Scream 4 sees Sidney Prescott returning to Woodsboro with her publicist Rebecca Walters as part of a tour to promote her new self-help book. Sidney gets a lot more than she bargained for, of course, as she soon becomes a suspect in a number of killings. Things go from bad to worse when the masked killer Ghostface begins calling Sidney's cousin Jill and threatening her life. As Sidney and Jill attempt to crack the case, so too do Woodsboro Sheriff Dewey Riley and his wife Gail Weathers Riley. It's a fight against time, circumstance, and traumatic history to rid Woodsboro of Ghostface for good, and Netflix subscribers have until October 7th to find out how it all ends. Directed by Norwegian filmmaker Morten Tildum and based on the Andrew Hodges written biography Alan Turing, The Enigma, 2014's The Imitation Game tells the incredible true-life story of British cryptanalyst Alan Turing, who worked as part of the British government's cryptography team during World War II and decrypted the thought-to-be unbreakable German codes transmitted by the country's Enigma machine. Throughout the course of the film, it's revealed that Turing is gay, which is punishable by law in England at the time, and complicates Turing's personal and professional lives. The end of The Imitation Game will stir even the steeliest of people, leaving little question as to why the film won an Academy Award in 2015, or why critics have praised it as, quote, a moving tribute to an extraordinary man. The Imitation Game is available to stream on Netflix until October 29. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.